So welcome back. Today we're going to talk about my 964. It's a 1990 Carrera 2 in a very good shape, but over the year I saw some problems coming up. One of them is oil. First, I removed the big floor section under the engine as well as the smaller section under the gearbox. Next, the exhaust is coming off. Behind that, we can reach the first engine tin and remove it as well. On the other sides, there are a few shields of the cat and our first little adventure. We need to unplug the connector of the lambda sensor completely blindfolded in the engine department. Then remove the cat by opening up the exhaust screws and the clamp on the other side. This gives us more room to reach the engine tin on this side of the engine, which we also remove right away. Mine was only held by 2 screws, the rest were gone. In the rear we first removed the heater pipe and then the cup pipe of the exhaust. And then we remove the last 2 engine tins of the lower part. Let's have a look at the engine. The problem with oil is that it will always settle at the lowest point, and this is the middle seal of the engine. So don't panic, it's probably not leaking from there. In my case, I'm first going to tackle 2 of the most common places where it is coming from. The camshaft covers and the chain housings. After draining the oil and changing the oil filter, we need to disassemble further up the engine by removing the spark plug sockets and more engine tins. Now we can see all 4 camshaft covers. I started loosen them and only pulled 1 stud, which is a good thing. But just by looking at the covers, I had a bad feeling. I have an early 964 which had problems with the coating of the covers. The coating started to flake on the inside as well, and parts were broken off, so they need to be replaced. While we are waiting for parts, let's move on to the chain housings. First I lowered the car to support the full weight of the engine on sturdy boxes. Then I removed the engine blade by loosening 4 nuts at the engine and 2 at the engine mounts. Now the driver's side is easy to reach, so I start there. Here I was very unlucky, every single stud came out, so there's some extra work to do. On the passenger side we need to remove the AC compressor bracket. It's bulky and runs behind the crank pulley, so we have to pull 5 studs to make enough room. To remove a stud I lock together 2 nuts and then unscrew the stud with the lower nut. 1 stud was too short for that, so I use a stud removal tool that grips the stud while I loosen it. On this side every stud came out as well, but now both chain housings are fully open. Before refitting the studs I removed the old washers because I'm replacing them with new ones. Then I screw the studs back into the case with a small amount of Loctite so they are secured. To make the covers oil tight again, I install a new rubber gasket and add a very thin layer of silicone underneath and on top of the seal. There's a lot of discussion about this online, but I did this way on my first 964 and it's still dry, so I'm sticking with it. When refitting the covers, I also replaced the small O-rings and apply a thin film of sealant there as well. After the new washers, I tightened the self-locking nuts evenly to the correct torque and the first side is done. The other side is exactly the same. Back to the camshafts. Before I mount the new covers, I take the chance to check the valve adjustment. To rotate the engine by hand more easily, I remove all spark plugs so the cylinders don't build compression. Each cylinder has 2 of them. Each cylinder has also 2 valves. And on a cold engine there should be a 0.1 mm gap between the rocker arm and the valve. This clearance is only measured when the cylinder is at its top dead center. On the crank pulley there are 2 markings, Z1 for cylinder 1 and a mark in the back. When this mark is aligning with the mark at the fan housing, you are at a dead center of a cylinder. To be sure you are at the right cylinder, open the ignition distributor to check which cylinder is firing. Now the rockers at cylinder 1 should be loose. Each rocker has an adjustment screw and a lock nut. You can set the clearance with a feeler gauge, but here I use a tool from Redline. The tool uses the thread pitch of the adjuster screw to set the correct gap by rotating it. You place it on the screw, close the existing gap by tightening the adjuster, set the marker and then open the screw until the marker reaches the correct angle. Then you tighten the lock nut without letting the screw move. After that I check every gap with a 0.1 feeler gauge which must slide through and a 0.15 mm feeler gauge which must not go through. Now it becomes a rhythm of turning the engine and adjusting the valves. Take your time, this work is important. The better you set the valve clearance, the smoother the engine will run. Some cylinders are hard to reach, special greetings to cylinder 4. When every valve is adjusted, we can assemble the engine back together. I insert back only the upper spark plugs since we will rotate the engine again in one of the next parts. With new rubber gaskets and a proper cleaning of the camshaft housing, the refurbished covers are mounted as well as the new aluminium washers and lock nuts. Then I tighten the nuts evenly crosswise from inside to outside. So this is it, the first part of my end of season repairs. The 964 is one step closer to being ready for next year. Thanks for tuning in, hope you enjoyed it, see you in the next one.